Welcome back, everyone, to Poppin' Often with Love. Today, we're gonna be going over Arme's skill tree. If you guys been following my channel, you know me and Arme just don't mix. You know, she stay on her side, I stay on my side, we just chilling. But today, I'm crossing over to that side for you guys. As always, if you guys would like to support the channel and like to get early access to my videos so you don't have to wait that entire premiere day, feel free to scroll down to that Patreon below. Take a look at that for more information. There's a video there that you guys can watch that will explain my Patreon. No reading. So we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna go with PvE and then we're gonna go to PvP. And remember, tomorrow is last. So the basic combo, nothing there. Utilizing combo, don't get. Utilizing combo, like none of this stuff you want to get at all. Honestly, all this stuff is useless and it's very, very clunky. You can't really use it. So I would suggest not getting it and just saving it for your abilities, especially because we know that Arme has two ability sides. You have the black magic and you have the white magic. So saving your points for that is a little bit better. The first bar for PvE, you want to get Stone Curse. Stone Curse level 2. Oh, Petrify. It's called Petrify, but she says Stone Curse when she casts it. It's Stone Curse. And then once you're high enough, get Debilitating Aura. It's definitely necessary. It's very, very broken. You basically use the ability and then it hits the target and then you get mana back for using the ability. So you basically have infinite mana. I mean, that's a must-have for sure, especially when you want to be invincible on repeat because like abilities are coming. Like that's a must-have for sure. So I'd go Petrify level 2. And then go Debilitating Aura. There's no reason for Fire Shield, it's booty, and there's really no reason for Ring of Holding because like who you're trying to snare. Second skill, easily Shock Stun. Once you get Shock Stun, that's what you take. There's no reason for anything else. Arme is very cut and dry. Her abilities speak for themselves. The third bar here is going to be Meteor, or if you really want to do that single target damage, you can go ahead and get Finishing Touch, but the rest of them are kind of like, not necessary. So Meteor if you want to AoE clear, Finishing Touch if you just want to do damage to one target or clumped up targets. So you don't really need Magic Shield for PvE. You get one anyway as soon as the game starts. And on top of that, you don't really need to keep giving yourself one. If you want to take it, if you feel like you're going to get hit a lot, then go ahead and take it and keep putting it on yourself. But if you feel like you're fine, especially after you get the other ability that we talked about here, Debilitating Aura, you really wouldn't need to have this Magic Shield ever, really. When you do the weapon swap quest, you can then swap to Auk, in which case she can go ahead and aura you and the entire team. So you don't really need this at all when it comes to PvE. I'd recommend Beer level 2. It decreases their defense for a short time, and that way it allows you and the party to do more damage to the targets. So I see a lot of people take Gravity Well. Honestly, for PvE, I don't think that's a good idea. I think it's just better taking Frost Pillar. But to each their own. If you're strictly PvE, I would just recommend Frost Pillar. If you're like, well, I don't have enough points and I want to use this for PvP as well, then take that. But if you're swimming in points, this one's definitely better than that one, hands down, in my opinion. Then the last one, once again, you could be more of a support if you would like to get Cure 2. You want to just constantly heal your team, or if you want to do more damage, go ahead and go with Gorgo's Flames. Both very solid. The Penta Striker and the Holy Strike is just kind of for fancy looks, but it doesn't really do that much damage. And then Divine Fortitude, its hitbox is very strange. So I'd recommend just these. This deals with things in clumps. This deals with things in clumps and does decent single target damage. This one, same thing. So definitely recommend those when it comes to PvE abilities. Shared skill tree, of course, they're all free. Might as well go ham. Get all of it. Vertical teleport, back teleport. Soul Sacrifice, basically this consumes your HP to give you more mana. Once again, another reason why Debilitating Aura is really, really good. And then this one is just really if you're getting hit by arrows and stuff like that, it gives you mana. Alright, so let's demonstrate the abilities like I always do. So the first one that we have is Debilitating Aura. She says Bloodfest, but pretty much as you see, she damages the target and she gains mana back. It's just OP. Really just use it in dungeons on repeat if you would like, if you're trying to dodge things. The more enemies that are together, because it's an AoE blast, the more mana you get. So let's say I used it and I don't have any mana and I only use my first bar. If things are clumps, you can probably get a full bar off of this. It's really intense. Definitely necessary. Like, look at this. You could just keep spamming it. As long as she's finished like casting and the orb is finished and coming back, you just keep doing this on repeat and back to back to back. This is why it's important to have this. It's a very good ability to carry dungeons with. The other ability here, Shock Stun, does a lot of damage, stuns the targets. I mean, why wouldn't you? Very good, always been. It's a map, it's a full map range, so you can shoot it from across the map and it's always going to hit. This one If you don't want to take Meteor, you can take this one, and it's, once again, just very good for the clumping. But Meteor, in my opinion, is better because it has a lot of good map clear. Once you get 4th job and you can weapon swap to 4th job, you can use that Meteor. It's much stronger than her actual Meteor here, but I suggest just taking Meteor if you really feel like you want to clear some rooms a little bit quicker with your team. Next, we have the Fear. So as you see, she cast it, you get hit by it, and as you see, there's 3. So you can actually hit more than one target. See? And what that will do is lower their defense. You have the Ice, which is another AoE ability, freezes them and then does damage to them. And then of course you have the Gorgo's Flame. Very good, solid, once again, AoE damage thing. There you go. If y'all didn't notice, Arme is very good at AoE damage rather than single target damage, and that's one of the things that you want to keep in mind when you are making your skill tree with her. So that's my suggestion for her PvE skill tree. Let's go ahead and hop over to the PvP skill tree. So for PvP Arme, okay. There's a way that I would play Arme, and then there's a way that is the more optimal way. So I'm gonna do the skill tree of the more optimal way that you usually see Armes play because it works and it's not that complicated and it's very, very easy to pull off. My way is way different and it's a lot more work and it's just not worth it. I think the way that they're doing the skill tree for Arme is turning her into what they want you to play. Before, people would like never use this just because they don't like it and they took away stuff, so now they're forced to use it, and once again people just don't use it. The one I would recommend though is Nature Attack. For PvP, this is actually nutty. When you get up, you don't really have a frame where you can be grabbed. You do, but it's very, very small. It's a little window to be grabbed before you can just move. And the delay should take care of it and basically guard you, unless the person's really, really fast. So I'd recommend that. That means they can't sit on you. You're not gonna be locked out of anything. As soon as you get up, you're out. It is a really good recovery spell. All right, so for black magic and white magic, so debilitating auras, whatever. Honestly, Petrify level 2 is better than that. You could go Ring of Holding if you would like, if you want to snare them. Up to you, but I just think Petrify level 2 is better. It's very easy to hit. They can't really jump over it. It's just smacking one side. And even if they're in the air, it still will get them when they land. Very, very good. Second one, once again, Shock Stun. I mean, that's just nasty. And the third thing here, you can go ahead and take either Living Bomb, which I don't recommend, honestly. I've seen one or two armies use it, but it's not really that great. You could take Finishing Touch, or you could take Satellite Bomb, Meteors, whatever. It kind of sucks. It's very easy to dodge. You have to be in the right spot at the right time to actually use it properly. I would just recommend Finishing Touch. As far as white magic goes, Magic Shield level 2, easily. Like I said, you could go Gravity Well if you would like. If you don't have any points for the Gravity Well, then by all means go like Ice Strike. It's a very good AoE around you, so like you use it, anybody's getting hit if they're close to you. You can still go with the Frost Pillar 2. But Gravity Well is just nasty. Honestly, if you don't have any points for Gravity Well, just go Reverse Gravity. It's the same type of thing. But Gravity Well, if you have enough points, go that level 2. And then the third ability here, doesn't really matter. You're not going to really be using any of these because they cost too much and they're not really that effective. Just take whatever you usually have leveled in your PvE. And then, of course, passives, of course. Just like take them all. You could say this one, once again, we're just going to demonstrate the abilities. So, level 2 Petrify makes them take damage over time while they're actually locked up, and then they take a big portion of damage once they get out. Once again, it's just very easy to hit. As you see, like, that's huge. There's really no way you miss this if they're right there. So definitely necessary. The other one is Shock Stun. As you see, it's like map wide, so it doesn't matter where they are. As long as you aim it, you'll hit them. Then of course you have her third here, which will just kind of knock them up. You can actually get a grab off of that if you're really, really good, but you can also jump attack and it will do extra damage to them as they fall down. Another extra 130. If you have 4th bar, I'm pretty sure you can petrify them midair. I mean, I'll try, but like, what are the odds you're gonna have 4th bar? I think 4th bar is even disabled in PvP anyway, but now I'm just curious. So let's just see if it's possible to do that. I feel like it is. Yeah, it is. But like I said, I think they have it disabled anyway, so it doesn't matter. And then of course we have this magic shield. The main use of the magic shield is just to delay the target and then just go for a grab right after. And even when they get up, they can't do anything, and then you just go for a grab after. That's usually the main reason for it, but it's also very good at protecting you. The next thing that we have is the Gravity Well. As you see, it sucks them in, pushes them up, they take damage. Another cool thing about it is even if they're not near you, as long as you're under them, they should get hit by it, no matter where they are on the map. Really stupid, honestly. They don't get sucked in, but if they're running from you once again, you just like, she has a lot of tools where she can get away from you and she can just damage you for not chasing her. That's why it's very, Arme is disgusting. And then, of course, we have the Gorgo's Flame. But I said you're not really going to be using your white magic third. There's really no reason to. It doesn't really do that much damage. There's really no reason to. Maybe if you get him in the corner, you can go ahead and like combo. Let's just say that they're running from you, or they just spawn. You know they don't have any mana. You could just Gorgo's Flame and then just hit them while they're getting hit by that, and then maybe go for like a grab after. Whatever. Like I said, I mean the odds of you using that ability is very, very slim. You'd probably just be using Petrify the most, Shock Stun the most, Magic Shield the most, and then the Gravity Well the most. You're probably not even going to be using her third that either, but I mean, you can if you want. That's what I would recommend. But as always, thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. As I said, if you want to help support the channel, scroll down to that Patreon link below. It's a video explaining not just what the Patreon is, but also explaining the goals of the Patreon. Until next time, you know what I always say. Thank you for what? Popping often with laughter.